The Nickel home isn't your typical nursing home.
Yippee-ki-yay! Yippee-ki-yay!
By slipping and sliding. Because at the Nickel home in Glasgow, their motto is letting their residents continue living on their terms.
It's hot.
Even if that means pushing them to try something they haven't done in decades. Ellen Jo Swafford will be 89 years old next month.
A lot of people think if they're in a place like this, they don't, nobody likes it, but I think the world of it. Because I'm going to be, I think, 89 years old in August, and I would say, 30s. In my 30s, I probably.
In the winter, they make snow angels, and they even have a cigar club that meets every month.
A nursing home isn't just a place for people to be stuck. A nursing home is truly a home for those people, and we take a lot of pride in making a home-like atmosphere and environment for everybody who lives with us.
But the day wasn't over for 85-year-old Rodney Rogers. He hit the Glasgow pool for a jump off the high dive, proof that age really is just a number.
Where's your sister? She's not really. Oh my god, look at her face. I've got a dog. Oh my god.
I got my ticket for the long way round. 2 bottle whiskey for the way. And I sure would like some sweet company. And I'm leaving tomorrow, what do you say? When I'm gone, when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk. You're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I got my ticket for the long way round, the one with the prettiest of views. It's got mountains, it's got rivers, it's got sights to give you shivers, but it sure would be prettier with you. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my walk, you're gonna miss me by my talk. Oh, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Was that necessary?
Yes, ma'am, it was. Sure thing.
It's a heart-pounding and heartwarming tale of bravery.
Yeah, he's climbing all the way up the outside of the building.
A man scaling a 19-story burning building in Philadelphia with the hopes of reaching his mother trapped inside.
I'm not just going to sit there and let my mom die. I'd rather risk my life falling than let her sit in there and die.
Sometime after 9:30 p.m., Jermaine received a call from his sister saying his 65-year-old immobile mother couldn't make it out of her apartment on the 15th floor. Jermaine rushed to the scene, but police had blocked off the front door.
They said they was like, the elevator's not working. I'm like, no problem, I'll take the steps. I just want to go make sure my mother is sick, she bedridden. So I need to get up there.
But police wouldn't let Jermaine in, so despite having fractured his hip earlier that day, Jermaine let adrenaline take over, climbing the building's fenced-in balconies, wire cutters in hand.
I was going to cut a hole in the fence to next door and then, to let her go through.
The fire was contained by the time he reached his mother's floor. She reassured him from the balcony that she was okay, and back down he went.
She don't be surprised at things I do to her. She know I go over and beyond for her.
Officers were waiting for him below, but under the circumstances, opted not to arrest him.
I think if anybody else was in that circumstance, they would do the same thing. Because don't nobody just want to sit outside and lose their mother.
Inside the county courthouse in Fayetteville, North Carolina, Judge Lou Oliveira made headlines with an unusual decision.
You may be seated.
A few years ago, Joe Cerna was arrested for drunk driving. As part of his probation, he wasn't allowed to drink. So when he lied about a recent urine test, the judge felt he had no choice.
I gave Joe a night in jail because he had to be held accountable.
It was just one night, but as he entered the cell, Joe says he knew it would be one of the longest nights of his life.
When I walked into the jail cell and they closed the door behind me, I started feeling this anxiety.
It came back?
It came back, a flashback.
Retired Army Sergeant First Class Joe Cerna did 3 tours in Afghanistan and has 2 Purple Hearts to show for it. The Green Beret survived an IED and a suicide bomber. But he says his scariest moment was the night he was riding in a truck with 3 other soldiers.
What happened?
We were following the creek, and the road gave way. And the vehicle went in the creek.
Truck started filling with water?
Yeah. All hope was lost.
Trapped and unable to move, Joe felt the water rising, past his legs, then waist and neck, until finally it stopped at his chin.
How many guys got out of that truck?
Alive?
Yeah.
Just me. I was a sole survivor.
Joe says it still haunts him.
So I suffer from PTSD.
Among his issues, a fear of being in small, cramped places.
I knew what Joe was going through, and I knew Joe's history, and he had to be held accountable, but I just felt I had to go with him. I felt I had to go with him.
And so, a few minutes after Joe was locked up, Judge Lou Oliveira surprised the man he sent to jail by joining him for the entire night.
We ate meatloaf, and we talked about a lot of things.
We talked about our families.
And the walls got further apart?
The walls just got, they didn't exist anymore. He brought me back to North Carolina from being in a truck in Afghanistan. That meant so much to me, sir.
I know.
This week, Joe promised the judge no more mess-ups.
I don't want to let you down, ever.
It's not how law and order usually works.
Right, sir.
But sometimes jail is not what a man needs. Sometimes the best sentence
Love you. I love you.
is compassion.
Thank you for believing me.